such a solemn face. I'm sorry, I didn't realise I was on live. So, and I also took a swig of my wine. So, just want to say hi, everyone. And you're wondering what the hell is going on in the background there. Well, a lot of my followers that have been with me a lot of years will know that I do like premonitions, and I have a Patreon account which I've made a lot of premonitions on there, and some of them have come to fruition. Especially the COVID. And I shouldn't have said that because I probably will, the algorithms or whatever they are will detect that. So, oh God, I won't get monetized now. So, yeah. So if you followed me for a long time, you'll know that I do premonitions. And one of the things that I've been thinking about the last I would say 4 days, that will there be another pandemic with a different virus? So that's something that's been plaguing my mind, and when that happens, it's usually a premonition. Now, a bit concerned with China and Russia being so kind of pally. I did predict that on Patreon with and like I said, if you followed me for a while, you'll know that I did predict that that this would transpire. So, and I did also predict that it was biological warfare, and that it is biological warfare. And I always felt bad for saying that I used to get a backlash when I mentioned that on YouTube, but now I'm a bit more candid with what I say on YouTube, a little bit more daring, because a bit more long in the tooth now. I've been doing it a while. So this prediction, I feel. Hello there, nice to meet you. This is a prediction. Sometimes it's not always Ask Me Anything show. This is like a premonition that I feel that may transpire. And hello there, Samantha from the UK. Yeah, I do try to help people, and I think if you've followed me for a while, you'll know that that's my main aim, is to help people. Sorry about moving the camera. To help people on their journeys, and that's what I do. So yeah, sorry about that. Just got to move the camera a little bit there. So I'm actually doing this on Zoom, and the reason I'm doing it on Zoom is because I'm testing it out, because I'd like to collab with some of my followers, or collab in the future and do like a discussion and that kind of thing. So let's get along with this. I also pick up with France. I know I've been over to France recently, and I do spend some time over in France. All these riots, these riots that are going on in France, and unrest, which I feel there's a link there to actually the weakening of economies, the people of the countries not adhering to the rules, of not helping at all with this situation, which is weakening. I get this like weakening, and this is like shall I call it bees to a honeypot? No, that's not the right, but I get that kind of image. It's like China and Russia see that as like, wow, when are we going to strike here? Because I do get another virus being cultivated here. And I do get, it is something that um, China and Russia are testing. We might hear about this in Africa. We might hear about this strange virus. I do get like it attacks the digestive system. So people are just putting it down to like a tummy bug. But it actually, I don't want to go into the ins and outs of what it does to your gut, but it's like it destroys from the inside out. Um, so I do get that. Yeah, people are putting it down to oh, diarrhea, or I've got this persistent tummy bug, I can't get rid of it, um and people don't really take these kind of viruses too seriously. Um, but I do feel this one attacks the intestines and the gut, and uh, it kind of persistent. I I I just feel this is what I'm picking up with this virus. So, what are China and Russia playing at here? Hello there. So this is again, hello. This is looking at premonition of another super virus coming our way. Okay. So, and I always, when I get this, when I get a premonition, it's something that does not leave me alone. It's like, okay, a bug, and then it continues to, there's a virus, and then I get images of, China and Putin and the Chinese leader and all this kind of thing, and I start thinking, what on earth's going on here? So let's have a look at this. Is there going to be, let's have a look, is there going to be another virus, another killer virus, another pandemic, and where we go into lockdown and, having to scramble to find an antidote, or trying to scramble to find a vaccine for this virus. So let's have a look. Is there going to be another pandemic? And if so, when can I predict that will actually come into our lives? Okay, because I did get that America, for some reason I get these like images, these pictures, and I get like a picture of Biden doing a speech about, and then I get a picture of, it's like where it kind of attacks first, and why this is happening. And I do get like with Russia and China, they see America as some kind of, and they all seem to be ganging up on America right now. Why is that? I don't know. I don't know about the full politics, but certainly Biden does, and the presidency, and they all know why this is happening. And I get this card here, which is, this is like, oh, not again kind of thing. It's like, can we cope with, can we cope with this again, with this card? But this is more like the leaders kind of thinking, because something like organizing vaccines and antidotes and things like that costs money, and putting people out of work, illnesses, it costs the economies. But the reason why this is being designed is to weaken economies. They're trying to, this is like trying to tip this all over into some kind of world war here. Yeah, and I get absolutely exhausted here thinking how they're going to deal with this. So I do feel, as we speak right now, they know about this. They already know that there is this next potential pandemic coming, So they're already worried about this, especially I did get images of the French president, Macron and Biden, very concerned about this, and I get the lady card, and this really does affect pregnant women too, which is quite cruel. It's very dangerous for anyone that's pregnant. Um, so looking at this, I think I just feel when I look at this, when I think about these premonitions, I often think, where is the humanity in the look at the way that Ukraine is being attacked, and their country is just in ruins. How on earth how on earth could those countries have any kind of humanitarian thoughts of human beings and helping human beings suffering? They don't. It just feels like this is a decision that's very difficult, because this is not knowing how to approach this. We don't want to create a world war kind of thing. We're trying to, but I feel that China and Russia know this. They know that the rest of the world are being very cautious in trying to prevent this kind of thing. There's also this love of humanity that we can't allow this to go on. So they're pushing this boundary of, well, we know that the Western world is very much into humanitarian, saving people's lives and, this love of humanitarian work. So I get here, this is like some kind of fantasy. It's like a fantasy of, if we could rule the world kind of thing. They're very destructive. This is the lovers card, but it's in reverse. Sometimes it doesn't mean lovers. It can actually mean destruction, separation, like separating, separating, I don't know, parts of the world from the other parts of the world. So this is like a separation here. Yeah, difficulty to maintain the peace here, as you said there, Gina. But the USA and UK don't want peace talks, but Russia does. Okay, I don't know the full politics of that. I don't know the full politics of this, but this is the energy. I just get that they don't believe what Russia's got to say. They don't trust in what they've got to say. That's what I'm getting here. Because as I'm saying that, I get the deception card here. It's like deception of and dishonesty, and they don't trust them. And as you said that, I pulled out that card, and it says, like, we just don't trust them. So we have this like fear of not wanting to take this step, fear of not wanting to take this step, but also this fear is actually caging the Western world into not doing anything, and just staying kind of inactive in a way. I get this like feeling like they can't make a move, because if they make a move, we don't want to push this into any world war. I feel there's a lot more going on behind the scenes. I don't think it's just about the Ukraine anymore. I feel there's lots of things going on with Israel. There's lots of things going on with other countries. And I do feel Biden's quite worried about that. I feel that they already are aware of this, a bit similar to the virus. I'm not going to call it what it is, to the virus. They don't, instead of letting everybody know that we now have another virus and potential pandemic, this one is being kept quiet. I don't know why. It's like that they don't want Russia and China to know that this is frightening the Western world, that they're trying to keep it very dampened down. So yeah, it's really strange that I actually pick up like a gut kind of virus. But you may say, well, diarrhea, what's diarrhea? That's okay. We'll just drink plenty of water. But this is like persistent, not even able to eat anything, and this is like which leads to malnutrition and dehydration, which leads to not absorbing nutrients and all this kind of thing. And, being very tired and having to take time off work and things like that. Trying to maintain the peace with this card, trying to maintain the peace, not doing anything because they're trying to maintain, they don't really know what to do. They know that there is this other virus, but they don't know what to do about it. They don't want to. They know that this has been also caused by China and Russia. And the naivety and gullibility of this as well. They don't want to look as if they have been gullible to this. But in a way, we've just got one pandemic out of the door, and then we're on top of another one, which is we're ill prepared for yet again. When is this going to? When are we going to notice? I feel we're going to notice a lot of tummy bugs, a lot of diarrhea, a lot of it's like a yellow fever kind of thing, but it's not yellow fever. It's like a mutated kind of, and it's like we're going to notice lots of tummy bugs, schools closing down, hospital wards closing down, hospitals closing down, and it does kind of mutate in heat too, in heat. So we may hear about this in Africa, and then moving during the summertime to the United Kingdom, to Europe, and then to America. I am picking up on like a gastric kind of bug, but this is severe. It's not something that's someone would be severely ill with this. It would erode the bowel and things like that. So this is something that lots of hospitalizations with this. It's not some, and it's going to I feel this will affect everyone. It won't just affect the vulnerable. Um, so I do pick this up. I just felt this the last few days that something is going on, especially when I looked at Biden on the TV. There's something going on here that we don't know about, and they do. And they're just waiting on this next pandemic, because how are we going to deal with this next pandemic? We're not even prepared for this next one. Um, so although they've had the experience of the virus before, they're still not in preparation, maybe to get PPE and set up some kind of, set up some sites here. But again, this is like, could this be moving into lockdown? Let's have a look here. Could this be moving into lockdowns again? And I'm not trying to scare anyone. I just get this feeling, and I just want to share with you. Is Ebola? Is that how Ebola? I don't really know how Ebola kind of presents itself. But water contamination, that's been happening in the States with all the spills going on in major cities. Really? Because I did get something starting in the US, but also it's already been tested that it could be Ebola. It could be, it's already been tested in Africa. And now it's like I see America getting affected, and then summertime, this spreads like wildfire. Okay. So let's have a look here at this prediction. I hate it when I get predictions like this. I got predictions like this about the other virus, and they all came to fruition. I said to my Patreons, and I told them to take it seriously. They were shocked that I was saying take it seriously, and I was telling them what to do before the professionals were telling them what to do. So let's have a look here. Is this Ebola? Is it Ebola? Or it could be a mutated form. We'll have to look at the symptoms. Anybody know what the symptoms are of Ebola? Please put that down in the comments section. Psychological warfare. Yeah, I think it's, again, it's biological warfare, but it's to weaken economies, that kind of thing. So, are we going to have lockdowns? Is this it's going to go to America? I'm getting in the States. I get that is a very worrying thing for Biden right now. You see, Biden, I feel, is hated for some reason by China and Russia. Not only that, but by other like Israel and places like that, and is pretty much New York. I'm getting New York City. I don't know why I'm getting New York City. I know that's a prominent city in America, but I'm getting New York City. Hospitals being inundated. Let's pull out a card here. Trying to restore the peace. They're trying to restore peace to prevent this. So it's there. Okay, it's there. To prevent death here. The death card, to prevent deaths. Hello from New York City. I'm not trying to scare you, but they're trying to maintain the peace here to prevent this. How they're doing this, I don't know. But there is this like somebody wants liberation. we may hear about this, wanting liberation. I don't know about politics. I don't know about world politics as such. I wish I did. I'd be such a brain box, wouldn't I, if I knew that? But I did get a liberation here. It could be Libya. It could be places like, I get Libya, wanting some kind of liberation. Lasting a long time. They have got insights over this. The Ten of Swords in reverse. They have. I actually get the Biden administration actually have. I don't know about world politics, but they actually have insight over this already. Yeah, they do. Trying to maintain the peace here. Okay, trying to. Hello, Debbie. Hello, Gina. Hello, David. Hello, Nesto Truth. Hello there, everyone. Thank you for coming. So I asked the question, are we going to get lockdowns again? And it says here, yes. Yes, this is going to lead to lockdowns. And, you know, it's strange because I was thinking today, why suddenly am I thinking about lockdowns? And how horrific that was. You know, we couldn't even go, you know, any of us couldn't even go to work. We had to work from home. We couldn't go on holidays, and you know, we've slowly got back into normality for smack back into possibly this again. They're trying to prevent this. They're trying to prevent this. And I just felt, because I had this really strong feeling that I needed to share this with you. But I have to say that this is energies, it's intuitive energies, it's gut feeling, it's being hyper perceptive, it's being, you know, it's me actually being able to have these feelings of premonitions where just come and tell me that this is going on. It's like it's like clips of movies. Like I see Biden, you know, with his entourage. I see him very worried. I see meeting up with the British Prime Minister. I see Macron being involved with this. I see Israel being involved with this. I see Libya. I see some parts of the world wanting liberation. And in the center of this, who is creating this turmoil, is Russia and China. But they are denying this. It's nothing. It's like the other pandemic. It's China denied it. You know, China denied it, but after all of that, look who collapsed together. China and Russia collapsed together. You know, I mean, after all of that, after weakening economies, bringing economies to their knees, and starting a war in Ukraine, who collapsed together? You know, it's not rocket science, is it? It's not rocket science. I think Bill Gates is involved with this too, with his stupid involvement of vaccines. You know, vaccines, trying to get involved with, you know, he's just a serial killer being let loose, you know, and he's a wealthy man. Well, this is what I pick up here, and I'm just saying it as it is. So they're all involved with this. You know, I get that Bill Gates is bitter about you know, not having more involvement with I think he'd love to be president. I think he'd love to be part of a ruler. Losing control of this. So, losing control. They're already losing control of this. We have psychopaths and narcissists, such as these world leaders that want to take over the world. You know, that kind of thing. And the next card I get here is somebody's impatient. Somebody is impatient. You're not allowing us this to be liberated. I don't know what this is, but somebody's getting very impatient here. Like blocking like blocking Russia and blocking Russia. I don't know why I got Germany. What on earth has Germany got to do with this? We may hear of Russia and Germany. Can't see that, to be honest, but I don't know what that link is there. So I think we are heading for another pandemic. I think it begins with cutting ties with some kind of links with either Russia or China, and then this is just going to be let loose. Just like it did before, starting very slowly, but starting to spread here. But with it happening a second time, you know, the public people will want to find out the truth of, you know, this is just not a natural phenomena now. We have another virus. This is just not a natural phenomena where this is this is happening 2 years after the last pandemic. Come on, you know, how could that happen? Something's going on here. We need to know what's going on. Is this biological warfare? Who is doing this? Is it something we need to be protected from? But I think they're going to keep that away from us again. It's like something like a virus, just setting free a virus into the atmosphere. It doesn't matter where it is, will multiply, and it's hard to prove who has done this with no evidence. And you know, the WHO can say, well, it actually started in this, you know, country, and it's spread from there, you know, through air travel but I just feel that people want to know what's going on, you know, at the end of the day. So that's what I get, and I'm sharing it with you. I'm sharing this feeling of another pandemic. This one attacks the intestinal, gut, liver, spreads to other organs too. So let's have a look at your hello there. Hello Shirley, hello Debbie, hello David, hello Authentic Me, hello Shirley Hampton. don't you think them balloons, they could have been absolutely. I forgot about the balloons. I didn't link those balloons, those UFOs that was out there that got shot down. But yeah, that could be the start of it. Actually, those balloons could have been full of, they could have filled those up with viruses. Who knows? So stop getting jabs. Yeah. Will it be worse than the COVID? I think I just get like I think we're in a war that we don't even know that we're in a war. A world. This is like moving into like a world war, but I think we're already in a world war because we've already had this biological warfare with the other pandemic. It's the strength of China. You see, we get the strength of China with technology, with everything. With China, it seems like they really are strong at the moment, and they want, it seems like they want to weaken the Western world further to be even stronger. Does that make sense? But yeah, I forgot about the balloons. I did forget about the balloons. That was something. But I also get this link with France and all this, all this rioting and this unrest with France is like a really good opportunity to actually do this. Yeah. So let's have a look. Is it? I feel. Will it be worse than that one? I feel because of it being on top of that one, it'll be hard to, I just get that feeling of isolation, of having to stay indoors again. If we do get a second one, if we do get a second one, make sure that you find a partner before. If you are alone, make sure that you find a partner to sit indoors with, because I think this one's going to be a long one. Okay. So you've got somebody there. And I don't know why I said that, but I just did. Okay. So I get like, we're going to be stronger through this one because we've already experienced it. Okay. And we are going to, it'll be a struggle and a challenge. It will be a struggle and a challenge, but we are going to be stronger. We'll say, well, we did it before, we know what to do, and here we go again, with this. Yeah, this is like reckless. It's a reckless thing to do. I just get that Biden, I feel they already know about this. I just do. I just get a feeling that they already know. When is this going to the WHO? Okay. They already know. They already know about this new one, this new virus. They already know. Similar to yellow fever, but it's more it's stronger. I'm getting the summertime. I'm getting like August kind of jumps in to mind here. August. So I'm predicting that August we are going to hear from the World Health Organization, some kind of state, I don't know, statement. And I think people are already catching it. I feel that they're already catching it. You know, they're already getting tummy bugs and they don't know why, but they can't get rid of this tummy bug. And I think that it's already happening. And then it's going to be alerted that there is this like this tummy bug, this diarrhea that's like just constantly persistent that they can't get rid of, GPs and that kind of thing. Thank you for becoming a member. Thank you. I don't know what that means, gifted one, Yvonne Michelle membership. Does that mean that you've become a member? I don't know, but thank you. Thank you so much. Whatever that means. Thank you. So I just want to say, was gifted a membership by C. Thank you so much. So I am putting things on membership. I will be also putting up on this kind of thing. I usually generally put this on Patreon. I will do, yeah, I'm looking at doing more next week on Patreon. I've got a bit more time and do some more on but this is one thing that concerns me is like prolonged winter again with potential lockdowns. I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thank you. Thank you for coming. I just felt the need to share this with you. And let's watch the news. Let's watch the news and Biden, and let's have a look at how they're operating and just watch and see what's happening. And sending you lots of love, lots of blessings, and take care of yourself, everyone. And bye for now. Bye bye.